Hi, I'm Dr. Shikha Sharma, and today I'm going to be talking about something which is very fascinating, and very few people go as deep into it as I would have otherwise expected. So, I'm going to be talking about food as medicine. For most people, when we talk about food, what do you really understand by food? I mean, what do people say about food, whether it's doctors, whether it's trainers, anybody? They will say food gives you calories. Then they will talk about, oh, food gives you energy. And that's it. That's the end of the story for food. But when I was working as a medical doctor at GB Pant Hospital, and I realized that I need to work in preventive healthcare, I started reading about food. And I started reading about food from different perspectives: modern nutrition, Ayurvedic nutrition, ancient Vedic systems, Greek, Chinese. And what I figured was, oh my God, our body is made of food. And that means the real medicine is food. Food is the real medicine because our body is made of food. Now, to give you a context, in the Vedic systems, the entire body is divided into a physical body and breath body, all the breath what we take in and out, the mind and emotions body, the wisdom body, and finally the bliss body, which is the spirit, the final spirit, or the merging with the final spirit, which is called the happiness body, the bliss body. So, the first body, which is the physical, tangible body, is called the food body. Literally, the name of the body is food body, food layer, food sheath, called the Annamaya Kosh. Anna meaning food, and sheath meaning the layer. So the physical body is made of food. It was so clear in the Vedic sciences. Now, which makes sense because if you really see, when we talk about the physical body, we, from a small baby or a small fertilized ovum, it becomes a fetus, and then it becomes a baby, and then it becomes the baby's born, and then you just feed it food, and it converts the food into human cells, into liver, into kidney. It just keeps growing that liver, kidney. It just converts it into those cells. So you eat an apple, and the apple will be converted into cells, either of a liver or a kidney or the brain or whatever. And this is being done by the master director sitting in, uh, let's call it director of operations, or the intelligence at the cellular level, which is a cellular intelligence, which is our DNA code. So the DNA code is now transcribing information that, okay, let's take this apple vitamins. Let's take this mineral from salt. Let's take this essential fatty acid from avocado. Let's take another essential fatty acid from walnut. And now you see how people knit. So now the body is knitting under a director of operations and building it into cells and tissues and organs. And from a small baby, then you get a large human being, a grown up human being, all created using the raw material of food by our DNA. That is what the human body is all about. Which means that if you need to repair the body, you need the same raw material. You need food. Now imagine in your repair work, that raw material is not available. Vitamin A is not available, E is not available, C is not available, D is not available. There is not enough phosphorus, there is not enough chromium. What will happen? This repair work is now getting compromised. There are defects coming in the structure. So this physical structure, it's it's developing defects because the raw material is not available, and the raw material had to come from food. And similarly, if the body gets the raw material, the body has cellular intelligence to recover, repair, and rebuild. And that's the fundamental difference between understanding food as calories, just for energy, and food as us, as the human body, as the raw material of this physical body. Now, when we make the big leap from just calorie concept, just energy to the whole human is made of food, then we start taking food seriously. I mean, if you have to build your house, I'm sure you will not use adulterated raw material or or low quality raw material. You'll never use low quality raw material because you know if I use low quality raw material, my house in the first rain will develop cracks, and in a couple of rains it just come down, and exactly what happens when there is fraudulent construction. Because in the first or second rain, the entire bridge falls, the house collapses, there are accidents. But we are doing it unknowingly to ourselves. We are using that low quality, adulterated food which is coming into our system, and the poor body has to just make cells with this adulterated low quality material. So it's not surprising people have cancers, diabetes, cholesterol, kidney problems, skin problems, hair problems, Alzheimer's, asthma. I mean, all the diseases you can think of, because the baby was not born with those diseases. The baby was pretty healthy, the baby was fine. The small baby was not having asthma, the small baby was not having cancer, the small baby was not having all those problems. And as we grow, we keep putting all this adulterated, uh, low quality stuff inside, and then our physical structure starts developing problems. That is the truth about nutrition. So how do we use food as medicine is the next question. Because food is medicine. What is medicine? Something to heal you, cure you. That is what medicine is. A medicine is not a temporary fix. A medicine is a permanent fix. It's something to heal you, get you back to your original. So that is why food as medicine is something everybody should know. Now, vaguely at the back of our minds, we know that, oh, when we were little, we had a sore throat, our grandmom gave us a soup, or our mom gave us some hot water with ginger and honey, black pepper, and we felt better, right? But we never correlated that this was actually food as medicine. We just think it was, oh, it was yummy and it helped. But we don't make that correlation that this is food as medicine. This is food as medicine at work. Similarly, if you really go to the villages, and somebody gets a little burn, they just take aloe vera leaf, take out the little juice from it and apply it, and then no fancy ointment, nothing, and the skin is healing, and no scar, nothing, no mark. What did that aloe vera do? Because the local women or men, they knew that aloe vera has skin healing capabilities. It supports and hydrates and protects the skin, which very much your new age tubes and ointments are doing. But it is doing it in a natural way. So when you talk about food as medicine, it was not only something where you could eat, you could apply also, you could inhale also. Let's give an example of inhalation. When somebody has a blocked nose, so what do people do? They ask them to inhale a little bit of uh, neem leaves, like neem, which is put in a steamer, little bit, very little, and you inhale and it clears your tract, especially the sinuses. Peppermint, very traditional remedy. Across the world it is used, and yet we don't make a correlation that food is medicine. So peppermint oil. Same thing, when somebody has a spasm in the tummy, what do people do? Take peppermint tea, and then they feel better. So this is the power of food as medicine, which doesn't mean that that food as medicine is going to curb the symptom. No, it won't cover the symptom. It'll help it functionally, because the whole body is made of food. So the food knows what is going wrong and what to fix, what function is going wrong and how to fix, because it is the same thing talking to each other. It's the same language. When there is the same language being spoken in the body, that is healing. When there is a different language being spoken, it's not healing. So this language, because it's the same language, it's the same raw material, it speaks to each other and fixes the problem. And that is the power of food as medicine. So this was an introductory episode of food as medicine. And in the next episode, I will talk about one by one. I'll pick up one herb in your kitchen and how you can use it as medicine and what to do. And then we will pick up one by one every disease and talk about how food as medicine can work in that disease. But in the next episode, you can join me where I will take you through your kitchen and identify simple herbs and how to use them in your daily life, which have medicinal properties, right? So do subscribe, and I would love to see you again uh, on this channel so that I can share my knowledge and my passion, which is about food as medicine. Because as a medical doctor, I found it amazing, exciting, and humbling to know that all the medicine I had read, all the things I had read, finally boiled down to the father of medicine, Hippocrates. His simple one line, which he said, let food be thy medicine. I mean, it was a very simple thing which Hippocrates told us doctors, and we forgot it. So now let's remember what the father of medicine actually said and use food as medicine in our daily life so that we don't get severely ill where food as medicine uh, you may not be able to use at that point of emergency, like an asthma attack or a heart attack. So let's start using food as medicine so that we live a healthy, long, high quality life.